Hello, everyone. Welcome to Small Biz Tips. Guys, I am excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I have a legend that is back on here. What's up, man?
Hey, thanks so much for having me back.
I am excited,
Excited.
brother, because the first time you came in, that first part, you killed it. So now we're about to take it to a whole new level. If you're a business owner, I want you to pay close attention to this episode. Either write it down or go on YouTube and watch this because this man about to drop some fire. Before you start, tell us a bit more about you.
Yeah, I started a service-based business when I was 19 and ran that for 12 years.
Mm,
And it was a great business, but it just wasn't a business model that I wanted to do long term.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I started listening to podcasts and discovered that you can make money online on the internet with an internet-based business. And to me, that seemed like a far more sustainable model long
Mm-hmm.
term because I could make money with my mind and not my body. So
Yes.
that got me incredibly excited to be able to make money with my mind and not my body. So I pursued that path and have been doing a mix of selling courses and things on the internet, but also corporate consulting has also been a huge part of what I do
Mm,
because I knew that I didn't want to just pimp things on the internet forever. I wanted to be able to make money in different ways. I wanted to be able to travel, and that's what corporate consulting allowed me to do. Was it allowed me to travel? It allowed
yes.
me to live the kind of life that I wanted to live. And so I have traveled to 88 countries
Nice.
for corporate consulting gigs. I have taken on small projects, big projects, and it pretty much between doing corporate consulting, doing selling digital things online, having a software company, it allows me to live a life of freedom.
I love it. I love it. So can you share what your name is so everybody know in the
Oh,
program that
Kimanzi
you have?
Constable, sorry.
So this is my
Kimanzi
guy,
Constable.
Kamanzi.
Yeah.
So to get going, right? Corporate consulting. We have people that are small business owners that listen to this. They have certain knowledge that can benefit larger corporation, but they don't know how to package this. Tell us about, how does that corporate consulting actually work? What is that?
Yeah, basically, you are training a company or advising them on a topic, a particular
Mm,
topic, leadership, marketing, small business strategy. And, the rub is that large corporations and medium to large corporations, they're good at what they do,
mm-hmm.
which is how they built their business. Coca-Cola has been around, longer than we've been alive, right?
Yeah.
Nike, all these companies they're good at what they do, but they're like a freight train. They're going down the track very fast. So if something new comes up,
Yeah.
they can't just stop everything they're doing to figure it out. So like AI, for example, is the big thing. They're not
Yes.
going to stop their all of their marketing and say, okay, let's figure out AI and then let's incorporate it. It doesn't work that way. Instead, what they do is they bring in an outside expert to help them think about how to think about it, and then it's
Mm,
probably going to take them years to actually adopt it. So the consultant is the advisor.
got you.
It's going to help them think about this. The consultant's not somebody who's responsible for implementation. You're
Yeah.
not going to be the one to implement it. Now, you can do services for a corporation, sure. That's more rare. What's more common is consulting, training, speaking, coaching, licensing of material. That's more common because they want to implement it in the way that they implement it. So that's what you're going to do is you're going to be the advisor.
Yeah.
Corporations have always booked consultants. Again, longer than we've been alive,
Yeah.
they've booked consultants from day one. This isn't something that's new. It's not a fad. It's not something that is going to go anywhere. They're always going to book consultants. They have $500 billion budgeted this year
Mm.
for outside experts, right? And a
Wait,
lot
say
of
that
corporations,
again? 500
500
billion.
billion budgeted this year for outside experts.
Wow. So
Yeah,
if you have a small business owner and you have a knowledge base that can benefit large enterprise corporation, that could be another stream of revenue for you.
it could be 21 streams of revenue for you.
Tell us
There's
more.
20, yeah, there's 21 ways to make, because it's not just training, right? You can license materials, you can
Okay.
coach, you can set up training programs. There's a lot of ways for you to make money within a corporation. So it's not a revenue stream, it's multiple revenue streams that you could make with the corporation. In our little program that we have here, this is what we tell people how to think about this, right?
Whoa. Whoa.
There's, yeah, there's trainings, all variety of trainings. There's a variety of coaching. There's a variety of speaking and
Whoa.
group speaking. There are services that you can offer. There's licensing materials. There's audits and assessments, and then
Wait
there's
a second.
executive roundtables.
This is literally like you can have a multiple seven figure just with the corporate consulting side of your business.
Easily, easily.
Jeez. a hundred
Yes,
thousand dollar for speaking
yes,
for
easily.
like what, 2 hours?
Yes, you have to remember that corporate budgets are a lot higher than
Hmm.
individuals. They're not limited how an individual would be limited on their
Yes.
budget. Also, they're going to write your stuff off as a tax write-off anyways, right? So
Mm,
you're going to be good to go there. So that's what's going to happen. And then they don't have to pay you healthcare, FICA, 401k,
yes.
all the things they would pay an employee. They don't have to pay you those things, right? So they
No,
can get exactly what they want and save money on their taxes.
that's amazing. Now, how do people find those? Like you're a small business owner. You're like, okay, that sounds good, but those massive organizations got millions of people. Who do I even talk to? How do I find like what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, they have millions of people, but it's always only going to be the same people that are bringing in outside experts, right?
Okay,
So if you were to do anything that's sales and marketing, you would be contacting the director of sales and marketing. That's who
gotcha.
hires for sales and marketing. If you were going to do anything that is soft skills, leadership development, basically
Mhm.
anything that's not sales and marketing, large organizations have a department called learning and development, which is
Mm,
for their employees to learn and develop. So,
gotcha.
who would you contact? You contact the learning and development director because that's the person who brings in outside experts. So that there's always going to be standard people that you would contact to do corporate. But I think the better question is, well, how do you find gigs,
Yes,
right? Like, how do you find
yes.
gigs? So there are a few ways that I'll show you, and then there's of course
Whoa,
ways that we only show in our program. One of the
we getting the
easiest
special
ways
here, guys.
one of the easiest ways is to use job boards, right?
Okay.
So if you were to come here, you were to type in, the topic. So let's say the topic is marketing.
Marketing.
You're
Yep.
you're going to see organizations that are looking for marketing help,
Yes.
and these organizations. The beauty of a job board is that these are companies that have raised their hand and said, "I need what you have."
Yeah.
Right. So here's the thing: when you try to sell to somebody, if you're trying to sell them something they're not sure that they need, that's going to be a longer sales cycle and process.
Mhm.
But if they're already convinced that they need it, it takes the selling out of it. Then you just have to
Yes.
show them why they would want you as an
You
outside
to do it.
provider in place of a consultant. So you see here this company, this construction company, they're
Yeah.
hiring some for marketing help. They've told you how much their budget is, right? 90 to 130. Since they're
Yeah.
hiring an employee, their budget's actually higher than that because they still have to pay their FICA, 401k health insurance. So it's probably like
Mhm.
120 to 160 because it's like $30,000 a year for all of those additional benefits.
Gotcha.
That's what their budget is. So if you were to contact them about marketing help and you were to offer an offer to them, you know that they can go up to $160,000 to pay for that offer. And because you are not an employee, it could probably even be more money than that. So I like job boards because these are companies that have said, I need help in the topic. And then what most
Wow.
people don't understand about job board is you could put in the term consultant and you can see corporations that are specifically looking for a consultant.
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
not just a job, not just an employee, but they're looking for consultants as well.
Wow.
So, so
That's
you could
huge.
come here, you can
25
look at this,
grand?
yeah, at this company, and you can see that they have a budget of up to 150, and you could be going after this company right here.
Wow.
So just with
That's
job boards,
yeah.
yeah, you can find hundreds of thousands of leads. on any topic.
That's amazing. Now, what do you do next?
Yeah.
This is a
All right.
masterclass, guy.
Now, the next thing to consider is privately held companies. These are the next type of leads. So job boards are great
Yeah.
because they've got their hand. Privately held companies, and you look for lists of privately held
Hmm.
companies. So Inc. has the 5,000 list, 5,000
Yeah.
companies in Europe and US. Forbes has a 2,000 list. And when I say privately held companies, this means these are companies that are not publicly traded. So they're
Mm,
owned by an owner or some owners. There's an advantage to pitching these companies versus like a company like this because with the company like this, especially the larger companies, your Nikes, your Amazons, your whatever,
yeah.
you have to go through formal procurement, which can take
Yeah.
4 to 18 months, right? It's
Yes.
not a quick process. So a big organization is going to be processing 20,000 vendors with a small team, right? And
Mm,
that's not going to move quick. Privately held companies are owned by owners. And if you look at the revenue of these companies, these are not small companies, right?
gotcha.
$358 billion in revenue. But you don't have to go through that procurement process, right? Somebody can make a unilateral decision. You can pitch them and they can decide next week that they want
Yes.
you to come in and do the training. So while you want to look for companies that have raised their hand through job boards, and you also want to look for privately held companies, the Inc list is one of the best places to do this. And I spent
Hmm.
probably a good beginning majority of my career just going down and pitching these companies. I would look for companies that, for me, that work that are specifically in tech, financial services, and
Okay.
insurance, because those companies tend to be the companies that are the most responsive type of companies. So that's what I would look, and I would just go down this list and I
Hmm.
would pitch these companies. All right.
How would you
So
pitch them?
whether you're going after uh, either of these companies, you
Yeah.
have to then go to the company, right? So let's look at Ring Marketing right here, right?
Yep.
We'd have to find the company. So you go to LinkedIn
Wow.
to look up the company's page.
Hmm.
So here's Ring Marketing. And so now we have the company. We want to find the person that we pitch. You can find that here on LinkedIn under
There
their
we go.
people section, right? So this was marketing. So we're looking at for the director of marketing. Put that here, and it's going to tell us who
Go
the directors of marketing are.
right
So I'm going
there.
to look for this one, the vice president. This is the person that I would pitch Ring Marketing. First, you want to see if he has their contact information
Mhm.
on their page. You can no doubt find their contact information on their personal website if you have it. But there are a lot of tools such as Hunter, which are completely for free
Yeah.
up to a certain point.
Yeah, of
So they
course.
give
The
you,
freemium.
yeah, 50, they give you 25 searches, 55 verifications, right? So we could look at Ring Marketing, and we want to go to Ring Marketing's website. Let's go back to their website.
Wow. Guys,
And we
if
can
you
put in
listening to
there.
this, go on YouTube and actually watch this episode because he's breaking every single steps down. This is amazing.
So we can put their link here in Hunter, right?
Hmm.
It's going to tell you the email structure. Then I need to put in the name of the executive,
Hmm. Boom.
and then it's going to give it to me. Now I have his
Now we have,
contact
wow,
information. So
that's
now
amazing.
I would just pitch through email. I would never contact these people on LinkedIn. They're bombarded with LinkedIn. If
Yes.
anybody has Sales Navigator, Sales Navigator gives you 20 emails a month. So those people are all pitching these people on LinkedIn. Their inbox is
Mhm.
one. Most people don't understand how to find this contact information and then send a pitch through email. And that
Mm,
pitch basically is talking about the company, something specific about the company. It's talking about yourself
wow.
and what you do. It's talking about how the topic can help
Wow.
the company, and then it's asking for a conversation, a discovery call. You're never going to sell anything to these executives or corporations in an email. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen. This is not internet marketing, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be taking a call with somebody no matter what. right? And then they respond and say, hey, thank you so much. Tuesday or Wednesday of next week works. I'm available for a call. Let me know.
Question for you.
Right. Yeah.
I am very impressed by this. This is amazing. You give us the step-by-step process. I am kind of surprised to see that type of email that is super long and people are responding. That is great.
Mhm.
Is there
So this is
structure
the
to
type
it?
of email that I would send specifically for companies on job boards. Look,
Mm,
email marketing is a great way to add growth to your company. It's great to see that you're looking for an email marketing specialist. Have you considered an agency? So this is the type
gotcha.
of pitch I would send to a specific opportunity. Now, if I was going to send it to a company like this, the pitch would be it would be much shorter than that.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So you have
Mhm.
specific pitches for different
For
groups.
specific opportunities, correct.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Now, you do this for a bunch of people.
Yeah, we do this for 400 people.
Holy cow. Tell us more about that because I think that's a program people need to know about, man.
Yeah, in the corporate consulting mastermind, all this process that you just seen here, this actually what you're
Yes.
looking at is the members portal for the
Mm-hmm.
corporate consulting mastermind. We do all of this. So like we get the list of corporations that are looking to book. We get all their contact information. We pitch. Our pitch is going to be a little bit different than this.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be much shorter. But the goal is to get discovery calls with corporations. So we do all that, find all the leads, do all the work that you saw me. Because look at the steps that I just did here.
Yeah.
Find the opportunity, find the company, find the contact information, contact them, follow up. Right?
Yeah.
It's a
It's
lot
a
of steps to
process.
the process. It's and most people aren't going to follow through. And here's the thing: it takes a lot of volume. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to sit here and y'all think that you're going to send one email and
And
then all of
then
a sudden they're going to be like, I want to book you. You need volume with this kind of outreach.
hmm
So the data tells us for every 121 pitches that you send, or at least for our group, somebody's going to get a discovery call. So think
mm,
about that. You got to get to 121 pitches
to get
first.
one.
Yeah, to get one. And so if you don't know how to get this information correlated in a much quicker way than going through each of these parts of the process, it's going to take some time, right?
Wow.
But for a majority of people listening to this that want to take their first crack at it, you can use job boards, you can use the ink list, you can find the companies and the person on LinkedIn, you can use
Yeah.
hunter.io for free up to 25 times. And you can send out 25 pitches. You can do that
Yes.
every single month. And for a lot of people, I think you'd be doing incredibly good if you actually did.
Yeah.
And I think you could get some good response and book gigs. The reason why I like doing it this way is because even if you had an introduction, a connection, something that's a little bit warmer, the person that's introducing you, connecting you, whatever, is not the person signing the checks. It's never the
Mm-mm.
person signing checks. So you still have to talk to that person and you're going to be
Sell
cold
them
to that
first.
person. Yeah. And I mean, most people aren't going to have the opportunity to have those connections. But with this process of finding them coming from cold outreach, you can literally make money from zero. You can
That's
make money
amazing.
out of thin air, which is why I love doing this work.
This is great. I mean, think about it. If you're thinking about starting a business or you already have a business and you want to create those other revenue stream, this is gold, man, because you literally by just being consistent and taking those action steps every month, you can build a extra 200, 300 million dollar plus in revenue coming in from speaking, training, coaching, wow, licensing. Tell us about the licensing because not a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah, people be surprised to find out that corporations actually license materials as much as they bring out outside trainers. So, license on demand material. Their
Mm,
employees can log into a portal, take the training, and be good.
yep.
And the good thing about licensing is corporations pay per license, per employee per year. Starting
Wow.
rate would be $2,000 per license per employee per year. So it's going to be unique to the employee. They're not going to take it and give it to everybody.
Yeah.
Corporations' number one fear is liability, so they're never
Yes.
going to do anything that could get them sued. So you don't have to worry about them like stealing this and giving it to other people. Like it's just not going to happen at the large corporate level. Um, and basically, what they want is a base level version of your training. So
Mhm.
what you do, and then they're going to take the base videos, the base documents. They're going to put them behind their software. and with their branding, their logo, right? But you be the one training. And every single year that they want to keep access, they're
Yeah.
going to pay you for each of the people. And then throughout the year, they'll come and say, hey, I want to add 30 more licenses for people, and they'll pay you for those. And it
2,000
can
per
be
head.
per head, yeah. We had a trainer come, we had a corporate executive, a corporate learning development director come in to this
Mhm.
mastermind, and he trained for us, and he works for Kaiser Permanente.
Mm.
And when he was training us, what he told us was that they have $2 million a year set aside just for course licensing. That's at
Wow.
Kaiser Permanente. So they'll spend $2 million a year just on licenses for courses. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
Wow. So, because we got to wrap things up, how do people get in touch with you if they want to get into this type of program? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean it's very simple. We have two versions of the program where somebody you could either get education or you could get
Mhm.
education and you could have us pitching for you.
Okay.
So in the program, um, we teach you everything that you learned here, right?
Hmm.
But if you just want to come learn, get access to this content portal that you saw here, weekly sessions, office
Yeah.
hours, Monday through Thursday, all the documents, templates, and we send you 1,000 leads every single month. So all the good corporate leads, we send you all of them. Their contact information, 100% verified. Companies that are looking, you get that, and you pitch on your own. That's what we call the education tier. If
Wow.
you want us to give you all that, plus pitch 600 corporations a month on your behalf. That's what we call the pitching tier, and that's what would be 1,800 a month. So either way, you're going to get everything that I've shown
So,
you. You're going to get leads. You're going to get training. You're going to get so much good
yeah,
stuff.
you could 10x your revenue by just I would like the
Booking,
monthly
it only
pitching.
takes
Yeah,
one
just
gig.
have somebody else do it for you that know what they're doing.
Yeah, I always tell people it only takes one gig to,
Yeah, to pay for it
recoup your
all.
investors.
This is
Yep, to
amazing.
recoup your investors. Yeah.
Wow. So if people want to get in touch with you, do they go to the site? Do they go to Facebook?
Yeah, go to corporategigs.net. That will direct you to the site. And then if you want to schedule a call, you want to talk about it, you could definitely do it all from there.
This is amazing, Kimanzi. Thank you for
Yeah.
jumping on, brother. I
Oh,
appreciate you so much, and we'll put all these in the notes, so folks can just click on the link and go from there. Thanks for jumping on, man.
yeah. Thanks for being here. And if you're listening to this, corporate revenue should be a part of your revenue. Corporate budgets are bigger, and it's always good to diversify.
100%. Later, guys.